Hello, hello, hello. This is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm here to do a Friday Reads. I apologize for not being here last week, but my stress level, along with I'm sure everybody else, was just through the roof. I didn't want to be on social media. I did peek a few times to Instagram just to look at books, but I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to, the TV was not on in my house. I did not want to hear anything. I just was very stressed all week. As soon as the reality of the election was actually really upon us. And so I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to fake it for you all because, and I didn't want to come on here and be either freaked out or doubly depressed because that wouldn't help anybody. So I'm back. It's Friday. Let's get our weather report. It is completely cloudy and raining. So it is a good tea day, although I do have water. I'm trying to get better with my water because the water and I in the winter, unless you call it in the form of tea, I'm not drinking as much. So now I have a glass pitcher that I fill up the night before because I like to drink room temperature, especially in winter. And I keep that in my office, and then I will just keep pouring in my cup and try to get it done by the end of the day. It sometimes happens, sometimes not. So there's that. I hope you guys are well. I have missed everybody. I've missed like videos. I wouldn't even watch you know, all of the booktube, great booktube videos, and even I watch other videos as well, but I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to expose myself to potential pain or just, you know, I didn't want to hear any of it. I just wanted to kind of be away from it. So there was that. So I have some videos that I have to get to you guys. I need to do my wrap up from last month and tell you my surprise book. And it's going to be, there's a funny thing about that book that I will reveal when I do the, my wrap up. I also am going to do a couple of separate videos on some of the books just to talk a few minutes about the book, because I don't like to make my wrap-ups long. I just like to say this what I read, so I will go into a couple book chats. So I have those that are due for you. I still have a tag that I got to get to. I'm trying to do that before the year's out. I want to kind of clean up the things and get to the things that I wanted to. And so today I'm just talking to you about what I decided to read for Nonfiction November and November in general. And I do have another secret book that I won't reveal, that I'm really, really enjoying. It is actually fiction, but it's a historical fiction to some degree. And I'm just loving it. You know, when you get to a book and it's just so, it just pulls you in. It's very atmospheric. I'm drawn to the characters, the story. It's by an author that I've read many books, almost all of this author's books, and I just really am enjoying it. So I can't wait to tell you guys about it at the end of the month. So now the books that I have talked to you about that I am reading. So here we go. And let's not judge about the flags in the book. My husband was like, "Did you flag every page?" And no, I did not. But it had to be careful because this shirt is kind of short, so I don't want to reveal my stomach in the process here. Okay, so this one, The Lost Art of Reading Nature's Signs by Tristan Gooley. Loving it, loving it. It is chunker. I realized that afterwards. You know what? Normally that's the first thing I see in books. I know. I'm like a 10-year-old kid when they say pick a book for your book report, and you're like, that's kind of small. I could do that one. That is I. But this one, even though it's big, I'm really appreciating the things that I'm learning. And my husband's like, how many possible flags can you put on like the first 20 pages? So I haven't gotten far in it. I'm only about this far. So let's say this might spill over into December, but maybe not. We'll see. I might just get a run with it. I just kind of sit down and I read a little, you know, a few pages here and there. I did write a reading schedule. I always put my reading schedules in the back and I'll post it and then I'll take it off later. But yeah, I'm not even, none of the schedule. And I don't even know why. November and December are really tricky months for everybody, right? You've got the holidays and it just seems like there's so much going on. So I don't know why I plan on thinking I was going to stick to this kind of schedule. But at least I have an idea of if I really want to get it done in a nice, easy fashion, this is what I should try to stick to. So I'm enjoying this. learning lots. I think that this book really would be great to have read in the spring. And if I don't finish it, and I feel like I'm really compelled to read the other ones, I may push this into next year, into the spring. And the reason why I say that, as opposed to, you know, I'm not, you know, I don't want to say this is a DNF book. It's definitely not that. But because he's teaching you things that you can do when you are out walking and taking a walk or on a hike. And I won't be able to apply these things really until the spring, because we're getting ready to go into winter. Although nobody would have noticed that. Like, prior to today, we've had unseasonably warm weather, which is driving me crazy because I put all of my warm weather clothes away. But this book, I think, would benefit if we had the opportunity to go out and actually try some of the stuff. So we'll see, but I am enjoying it. Good book. Definitely read it, guys. It's really worth learning the stuff. Okay, now the next one is Disability Visibility, First-Person Stories from 21st century, from the 21st century. Oh gosh, you can't read. And this is edited by Alice Wong. This is really good, really good. And what I'm loving about it, and you know, I'm probably late to the game with short stories and collection of essays and things. I have read some in the past and really enjoyed it. But what I like about it is I pick it up and I say, okay, I'm going to read this person's story. I'm going to read, although I have the schedule again back here that I'm already off. But, you know, the stories are thought-provoking right off the bat. And this is exactly what I wanted from this book. And so I'm really appreciating it. And I find myself talking to my husband about some of the stuff that I've read. So I'm not that far in as well, but this is definitely one I'm going to finish. I hate when I say that word, definitely, but this is one I definitely want to finish before the end of the month. The next one is A Journey for the Ages, the Matthew Henson and Robert Perry's historic North Pole expedition. Really good. I started this one, and there's just things in here that I know I've been flagging like a little mad woman. I have again. You know, just little things like, you know, when he was born and different things. I can't wait to finish reading this to see what, you know, what comes out of it. Because, you know, there's always been controversy with regard to these expeditions. And his role in it, and how, you know, race obviously played a part in this. This isn't, you know, we can't pull this out of the context of the history of what's going on in the country at the time. And, you know, there's things in here that they were saying, like, that they were trying to deny basically that he, along with Robert Perry, made it as the first people to the North Pole. They wanted to skip him and go to the next white male that made it, so that he wouldn't get any kind of credit at all. And so that's really interesting. I want to see the dynamics, if they talk about between him and Robert, where the shift happened, or was it the public that, you know, fed into that? I know my mom used to talk about him a lot when I was growing up, and was like, you should be proud. It's really a proud moment. And so I really want to learn and see what it says. So this one I really want to try to finish. I am about, I'm not far in anything. I started getting stressed last week, and I did read for a little bit. And I'll tell you about what I did, which was totally off the schedule, right? So anyway, okay, so there's that. I freaked out yesterday because I realized that Dee Dee and everybody else answered my question, when is the next Octavia Butler slow readathon? They do a wrap-up for the book. And she said the end of this month. And I forgot in haste. And I have not started this book yet. Don't look at the bookmark, is just in here. It's just waiting for action. There's no action has happened. So now I'm like, could I read this that fast? I mean, I'm just so slow, right? But I want to really be able to do this, because it's over a course of 2 years. And the other one, the last one, is a very easy one. And this one, I don't know if this is going to be challenging for me to read or not, but I really like to do it. So I'll let you know next Friday if I hopped on, you know. I may be late on this one and I might just read it and get it done and then overlap with the next book, right? And I just probably, depending on how far I get into this, I will go to the live discussion and listen. I hate to get spoilers, but I also love to be able to discuss the book with people, you know, an opportunity live. So that one I have not started. And it's the, what's today, 13th? So, yeah. All right, so there's that. This one I wanted to start, didn't. Again, I kind of just fell off the radar of what I had said I wanted to do. I just jumped to Comfort Read, which was a fiction book, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. Okay, so there's that, right? So what I ended up doing, I don't know what night of last week, I just started getting really stressed. And I said, okay, I'm gonna just read something else. Now, mind you, when I go to bed, I'll take at least 2 or 3 of those. And before I go brush my teeth, I will set them like on my nightstand, giving me the intention that those are what were going to happen tonight before I go to sleep. I did that, but then I was so stressed. I was like, do I really want to read some nonfiction right now? I just don't want to. I just want to go and be in La La Land, right? So remember last month, and I have it here too, when I read this one, which I'm going to do a video on, When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. And I said, I always want to read her books. I picked up another one of her books in the ebook form from Hoopla. Here I am in the night, stressing, and dive right into this one. And this one is An Extraordinary Union. I don't know if I can get the cover to show without losing my spot. It's called An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole. And these are, they're more of a romance, a historical romance. Is that what you'd call it? I've always wanted to read that series of hers. It's one of the ones that I've marked. And I said, you know, I'll check it out. So I kind of dived in and it just took my brain and let it relax a little bit. Cause I was so high strung and I just couldn't really deal last week. And so that is one of the things that I, you know, did in doing so has pushed me off the schedule for the books that I wanted to read for Nonfiction November. But, you know, I'm going to get there. You know, if I finish by the end of this month 2 of those books, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Because like I said to you guys, I don't want to rush through books, you know, just for the sake of getting the numbers. And like I said, I've fallen off with my Goodreads. I haven't gone yet back to see, you know, where I am with how many books I've read this year to kind of get to that. You know, people always do videos of their like mid-year freak out and all. I'm not freaking out. I will read what I read and that's it. But I am gonna eventually, you know, I can look at my book journal too to see how many things that I've read. But if I get 2 done, I'll be happy. 3 would be great and 4 would be fabulous. That's probably where I will be. Yeah, with that, I think so. I'm just trying to think it out in my head. I too will be happy with, because we've got the Thanksgiving holidays coming up, and that's kind of like, for me, you know, Thanksgiving, I'm not reading, I'm eating, and I'm exhausted from eating and overeating. I know. And so, and then there's preparation. I will be, with my in-laws. So, you know, there's just all of that goes around that. And you just we play games and we do all sorts of things. So reading will be kind of minimal there. And then we have another week, right? Or the month. So 2. If I get 2 done, everybody, let's be happy. Let's just put it there. And I can spill over some of those into December, although there were some books that I kind of wanted to get to before the year was over. So we'll see. We'll see. But let me know what you guys are reading. I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm going to do another Zoom with my girlfriends on Saturday. And that always makes me happy. It's just become a norm now. And I like that. Just trying to prepare for the winter, you know, getting things ready around the house, stocking up on, you know, supplies. We've got a great pantry in our basement of storage of, you know, canned goods and things like that. So I'm trying to really get myself organized and ready. And on the eating front, I still haven't eaten any meat. And to be honest with you guys, I never thought I would say that I don't really, I don't know if I want to say I don't miss, yeah, I don't miss it. Not thinking about it. I'm not. I'm eating other things and I'm really good with that. I have decided that on Thanksgiving I will participate in a little turkey. And I don't know where I'm going to go with this. It started as that detox I did back in September, and then I just kind of stuck with it, and I feel okay about it. I like how I feel. Like I said, when I go to bed, I feel much lighter, not bloated. I definitely feel a difference. So this has been since September, like mid-September. So I'm really proud of myself. And so my next goal, like I said, is to really get up my game in the water for the winter because, you know. And I'm just exploring new recipes, a lot of recipes with vegetables and obviously beans. And that's been kind of fun too. So we'll see how that goes on my little health journey. I just always used to say, I'm like, oh, I just could never do it. I will eat salmon. That is the only thing that I am eating other than that. And I will eat eggs. Eggs is a little cheat, right? I don't know. My friend said it's okay. So I will have scrambled eggs periodically. But other than that, you know, all whole foods and things like that. And it's been an interesting journey. I'll let you guys know more as I get further on, but we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. But that's it. I'm very excited about the election results. I know that there's still things up in the air, or, you know, yeah. I'm excited about the results. I'm really hopeful that we as a country will come together and do all the things that we need to do to make this a great place and to help each other, you know. So one way I know that we can help each other, because I realize that I'm really talking like this, I have forever to talk. I don't. But one way we can do it is to wear our mask, like I tell you guys, and to wash your hands and social distance. And I'll see you next week. I am going to record today, some videos on the books from last month, and I will try to get my wrap-up video so that I can get some of those to you guys before the holiday, or maybe I'll work them out for next week. So, and I probably won't be here next Friday because I will be still probably at my in-laws, so I will miss another Friday reads. So I hope you guys have a nice holiday. For those of you that are celebrating or relaxing with family or at home or whatever you're gonna do, just be safe, and I will see you again in 2 weeks then. Or we'll see my other videos, but you'll have a Friday videos in 2 weeks. All right, bye guys.